Don't be shocked. You're shocked? You're shocked?
I could not agree more. There is a statistic that Black women, white men couples are like the least likely to be divorced, are the most financially stable, the women are the happiest, and it's just one of the most stable couplings in the United States. And it's just honestly, like, when I see a Black woman, white men couple, like, I'm just like secretly just like rooting them on and like cheering for them, because I just know from experience, like, there's so many Black men that have like threatened Black women for dating out. Okay, I'm about to like blow your mind. Some of us aren't into Black men. That's it. That's the whole TikTok. Some of us aren't into Black men.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes because of proximity or other factors, you just happen to fall in love with somebody of a different race. Literally no issue there. What I'm talking to, however, is what I like to call racial showcasing, which is somebody using the fact that their partner is white or non-Black as a way to, like, I don't know, use them as a trophy, as if there's some prize, or to rub it in the face of Black folks to try to make other people jealous, or more importantly, using it as a way to promote negative messaging about the Black community. That is where it gets really, really, really incredibly toxic. And we've all seen it before. We've all seen people use swirling or divesting under the guise to push misandry, or under the guise to just put blatant, disgusting things about the Black community in general. So that is the big issue. It's like, if you fall in love with somebody as a human being, as a person, and they happen to be outside your race, no issue. What I'm speaking to, though, is those who use that as a reason to scapegoat their own trauma and their own issues and think that dating white or dating out is going to solve all of their problems. And it's not, because like I said, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. So it's like, date and marry out, cool, but let's stop with the cooning online.
Now, not wasting no time, let's jump into the topic. In this video, I'm not going to spend too much time dissecting the female towards the beginning. The woman that replied to her pretty much said everything that needed to be said. Actually, she replied directly to her. So that was a response to the first chick in the beginning of the video. So she pretty much handled her, packed her up, put her in the cemetery before I could even add my commentary. But I'm just going to use this video to speak to the fellas, especially the fellas that's out here on the dating scene like me. I'm in my late 20s. I'm doing my thing. I'm out here in these streets. I got a wide variety. I'm dealing with a wide spectrum from older to younger. And if you're an intelligent Black man, if you're a quote unquote conscious Black man, if you're a Black man that understands the world around you and understands what you want out of life, listen, the dating scene is a mess right now, especially if you're a Black man that only takes Black women serious as potential candidates for marriage. I'm telling you right now, it's a mess. But let me tell you how I navigate it. Now, off the top, I'm letting you know right now, if a Black woman tells me she has a history of dealing with white men, cancel, eviction, red card, ejected, disqualified, you gone, you out of here. You getting the Jazzy Jeff treatment like when Uncle Phil came threw him out the front door. You out of here. Now, I'm not gonna be hostile about it. I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm not even gonna explain it to you. You'll just realize that you'll never hear from me again. You'll never get a text from me again. You'll never get a call from me again. You'll try to visit my Instagram one day. You'll see that my Instagram says that this person's profile cannot be loaded because you blocked. You'll try to go to my Twitter. You won't be able to find it because you blocked. You'll try to call me. You'll go straight to voicemail because you blocked. And you'll never know what happened because I'll just be gone in the wind like a leaf on a calm autumn morning, just floating away in the wind, never to be seen again, like a bird, and I'm gone. You know, that's how I do things. That's how I pretty much operate, right? I don't really make too many exceptions for that. I'm not trying to hear too many excuses. I'm not trying to hear, oh, I was young, I was 19, I was 22, I was in college. You know, I'm cool. But this is how I pretty much go about it, right? When I meet a new chick, I do not show my hand. I do not step in the front door letting her know what I'm about mentally. You know what I'm saying? I don't come into the front door trying to engage in topics such as politics and how we view the world, my worldview. I don't really expose that, especially not towards the beginning. In the beginning, it's very surface level conversation, trending topics, current events. What are you about? What I'm about. But in terms of how I see the world, my philosophy, that does not get exposed till later down the line. Now, how do I figure out if a female has been with a white man in the past? The key is pretty much making them comfortable to expose that type of knowledge, pretty much presenting yourself in a way to where they think, oh, this is a colorblind brother. You know, this is a brother that's sleepwalking. This is a brother that, you know, he don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? He not worried about things like politics and race and economics and geopolitics. You know, he's pretty much the average black man. He probably goes home, plays 2K, you know what I mean, eats McDonald's and, you know, listens to Lil Uzi Vert and, you know what I mean? I let her think I'm just the typical brother that watches sports and, you know, just the mind-numbing low IQ nonsense, right? But as I do that, she gets comfortable in pretty much letting herself be known, letting her past be known. You know what I mean? When you present yourself as the sleepwalking colorblind brother at first, who she may be interested in, then she won't be so hesitant to tell you about her past. She'll be like, yeah, you know, back in college, I dated 2-3 white boys, you know. She'll get comfortable. She'll be like, yeah, my longest relationship was with this white boy, actually. And then she'll think you, because you're a colorblind brother, she'll be like, oh, well, he must have dated white girls too. And then when she realizes that, oh, nah, I never dated no white girls, you know, I'm just all black, you know. But then even when I get that knowledge, which, brother, that has happened to me on multiple occasions, bro. It has happened to me a number of times where females will get comfortable. You know, after a few drinks, you hanging out, she comfortable. She'll let you know, yeah, you know, I done been with a white man. Now, we don't know the extent of what that was, if that was a long-term thing, a short-term thing, one night stand type thing. You never really get those intricate details towards the beginning, but it is something I've ran into. I've ran into many women, many black women. They'll say, I'm pro-black. I'm for the black community. I'm for the black people. I'm for the black race. Black fist up in the air. You know, Harriet Tubman, Coretta Scott King, Betty Shabazz. I'm down for my people. I love my people, the black people. I hope my people rise. I want to see my people in power. And then you be like, oh, you dated a white boy before? Oh, yeah, back in college, you know, white boys were smashing me. And it's like, okay, all right, okay, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, man. Where the exit doors at, man? I'm gone, man. Now, of course, I don't do this in the moment. Now, of course, I'm never hostile. You know, you got to keep it smooth with the females, bro. You never got to let them see you sweat. You always got to maintain your composure. But after that, when she realizes that once we get home and she tries to text me in the morning and then she don't get a response, and then she tried to go to my Instagram or my Twitter and then my profile disappeared, and she tried to call me and it goes straight to voicemail, and, you know, she'll get the point. She'll get the hint. You know, I never had to tell a woman my reasoning for ghosting her or canceling her or deading her, but she pretty much knows. She pretty much get an idea, I would imagine, right? But that's how I do it, bro. Because me, I'm thinking for the long term, right? How can you be the mother of my child, be the wife that I'm going to choose to carry on my lineage? God forbid I pass away when the child is like 9 years old and we have a son. How are you going to raise that son to be a proper black man up in these streets, to have the will and the spirit and the personality traits necessary to go out and conquer the world and be a force to be reckoned with? In my opinion, you won't be able to do it because you've let white men consensually bend you over. See, our ancestors, they could, you know what I mean, they got the get out of jail free card. They could be like, listen, I had no choice, you know, he had the shotgun to my neck, you know, but you don't got a shotgun to your neck, you know what I mean, you don't got the whip to your back, you don't got the threat of violence or the threat of death looming over you. So, you know, I can forgive our great-great-grandmothers, you know, they had no choice, they had limited options. But in 2022, man, listen, if you get in bed with the Europeans, baby, that's because you genuinely are attracted to Europeans. You dig into Europeans, you dig in. If you dig into Europeans, then me, as a brother who loves my identity as an African descendant male, who wants to carry on and maintain my identity as an African descendant male, who loves my ancestors like you wouldn't believe, and who plans to raise my children up in a similar fashion. Listen, I can't do that with certain females. I can't do that with a female who has a drug problem. I can't do that with a female who has an alcohol problem. I can't do that with a female who has emotional or personality or mental disorders. And I cannot do that with a female who has willingly gotten to bed with Europeans on multiple occasions, even if it's just one occasion, without any threat of violence or death. It's something you willingly chose to engage in, which is fine. But me personally, I can remove myself from that situation because I can afford to have my pick. Like I've mentioned on here before, I come from a very successful family. My father is a millionaire. My father is one of the most successful black men from my ethnic group. And I had my own business popping by the time I was 22, 23 years old, outside the house, had my own spot, had my own car. I was lit, bro. So my mentality and how I move really might not work for every black man. Listen, some of y'all brothers, y'all might not have the options to really just be canceling a chick just because, you know what I mean, white dudes were smashing them back in college in the back of their Hondas, in the back of their Toyotas. Some of y'all brothers might have to take what you can get because you ain't got it like that. But me, I don't gotta tolerate that. You know what I mean? I don't gotta tolerate that. Now you could say, what if she lies to you? As we know, women are not gonna be honest about their past, and we understand that. But it's certain things you can't fake. You can't really be a true pro-black woman that's going to be able to be a mother and wife to me and help me raise a future family. And then at the same time, you're going to be able to hide the fact that you had lustful feelings towards Europeans, but then you want to claim pro-blackness. Nah, you're not going to be able to hide it for too long. You're going to say something or you're going to do something that's going to give it away down the line. People can't hide who they are, bro. They can suppress it. They can try to stuff it in the closet, but you can't hide who you are. Now, I don't push my ideology on other black men because I understand where I'm at. I'm in the United States. I understand, listen, it's slim pickings. You trying to be like me and limit yourself to only black women. women, I get it. Some of you brothers might not want to do that, especially when you realize that these chicks out here getting smashed by white boys too. So I get why you're not trying to limit yourself, because these chicks not limiting themselves. But me, it's a personal thing with me. It's an ancestral thing with me. It's a genetic and lineage thing with me. It goes deeper than just, you know, the dating scene and just one-on-one intimate relations. It goes deeper with me. I'm thinking about my ancestors from centuries ago, and I'm thinking about my future descendants later down the line in centuries coming up. And maintaining my culture is very important to me, bro. I barely even date outside my culture, but I do keep it within black women. But to be honest, I do not plan to marry a woman outside of my culture, outside of my ethnic group. But like I said, all that goes out the window. She tells me she been getting smashed by white boys in the past. I don't play that. I don't play that. Another thing too, every legendary black man had a black wife. Malcolm X, black wife. Martin Luther King, black wife. Shaka Zulu, multiple black wives and concubines. Mansa Musa, black wife, black concubines. Dessalines, black wife. 40 black girlfriends. Henry Christophe, black wife. Toussaint Louverture, black wife. Patrice Lumumba, black wife. Thomas Sankara, black wife. Every black man that I've ever looked up to throughout history, he had a black woman beside him. But like I said, it's automatic red card, automatic eviction, automatic ejection, automatic disqualification when she tells me she got a history of dealing with the Europeans. It is what it is. That's my personal preference, and that's how I go about it, because it's too much false flagging. It's too many people playing on both sides. You got chicks talking about I'm pro-black, I'm from my people, but then at the same time, I'm running with the Europeans, you know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, I'm letting the European bend me over, but at the same time, these chicks be like, I want to see black people rise, I want to see black people succeed, but I'm also getting in bed with the same group of men that are responsible for where my people are today. So I can't really get with the double-minded schizophrenic speaking. Somehow they understand how our people got here today, but they're also gonna get intimate and have children and get married and date the same men that have been launching attacks on our people since the 15th century. I just personally don't get it. I understand there's a lot of undiagnosed mental illness within the community, schizophrenia in particular. No, I'm not even joking. You would be surprised how many black people, young and old, have schizophrenia, diagnosed and undiagnosed. Our people are out here just sick. But to wrap it up, if you're a black man on the dating scene and you got the same preferences and requirements as I do, definitely you gotta feel these chicks out. You gotta sound them out. You have to understand her past, and you have to understand what her mindset is. And listen, never show your hand towards the beginning. If you walk in the front door talking like Dr. Umar, talking about black, then yeah, of course, she's not going to feel comfortable enough to tell you back in college, yeah, I was getting drunk, doing drugs, I was getting in bed with white men, all type of stuff. She's not going to feel comfortable enough to tell you that, because she's going to feel some type of shame and condemnation. But if you come through the front door, lighthearted, easygoing, conversation not too deep, talking about current events, talking about trending topics, cracking jokes, getting her comfortable, she's going to be more inclined to tell you more about herself, so you can make an assessment moving forward. Now, of course, if you're just trying to smash, have a good time, have fun, it don't matter, bro. Smash, keep it moving, it is what it is. But if you are trying to build anything serious with a chick, the mindset is important. How she sees the world is important. How she views you is important. How she views black men is important. And her past dealings are important. It all goes into the pot. It all goes into the gumbo of how she will be a wife and a mother for the family you plan to establish and the children you plan to create. Everybody got their preferences. Some women, they don't want to deal with guys who don't go to church. Some women don't want to deal with guys who got drug problems, who got criminal records. Me, I'm the same way. I don't want a chick with a drug problem. I don't want a chick who got alcohol problems. I don't want a chick who be in and out of jail, got a felony on her record. I don't want a chick who be getting in bed with white men. It is what it is. That's my preference, and I'm sticking to it, and it hasn't failed me yet. And yes, I've had to cancel chicks. I've had to block chicks who are beautiful, bro. I'm talking about looking like a goddess, natural hair and everything, perfect body and everything. And I had to let them go, because I'm just not gonna negotiate on that. I'm not compromising on that, bro. And I don't expect the woman to compromise on anything that she prefers or anything that she believes in. It is what it is. If we're not compatible, if we don't match, we go our separate ways. But yeah, it's your boy Neferkari Dessalines back in the building. Yes, indeed. And I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in that ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching me, blocking my vision. Pay for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they they came for that bitch. They making no hourly wage. I got business, this shit is an art, and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands, cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.